But now the most important question, why you're sitting here and why you're students, you're asking how the hell can we do this kind of marketing? And I accomplished a small list of things I think you need to do this. I think the first thing is you have to apply this new mindset. And you have to have the people in mind when you create the idea, and you have to always ask yourself, is this meaningful? Is this valuable, what I'm doing right now? Or is it just for my portfolio that I have a fucking scam ad that wins in Cannes? Because actually this is like on the long term doesn't serve you well. It serves you well at the beginning, but this is like way more substantial. And believe me, I think this is the new mindset we have to apply if we want to stay in this business. It takes a lot of courage. It took also a lot of courage for me to quit my job at BBDO, which was well paid, and we had like all these great stuffs going on. But I think if we want to experiment, you have to the courage to speak up. You have to have the courage to do your own thing, to go your way. Because if you don't have, you stick into the system, and the system just runs over you. Because especially if you enter the system, you're entering on a low level, and nobody listens to you. So you just have to do that and speak up. If any of your creative director says no, we do it this way, just speak up and tell him what you think about it. I think we also need new structures. This is a thing that has to develop over time, but I think we have to find different areas to work with clients and different people on the client side to work with. Because what's so frustrating to talk to these, marketing people which studied marketing someplace, and you can't talk to the product people because they have a product problem or something like that. You have to talk to people who could actually decide this. This is very, very crucial, because I think if you work with big corporations, this always works like that you don't get to these people you need to work with. What's really interesting, work with local businesses. If you do a next, quarter campaign or whatever, pick a local business where you can talk to the owner and we can actually change something with your idea. This is way more satisfying, and it's way better for your ideas and for the outcome of your ideas than to talk to a big corporation where you don't see the CEO one time. Collaborate, and I think that's also very important, because there's still a notion in this advertising business that the team has to be an art director and a copywriter, and I think that's totally wrong. I think it should be a copywriter, a nerd, and an art director. This is the way better team, because I think there's so many other talents you can collaborate with. This was a great experience for me working at Sinerstrata. They had great tech people, awesome tech people, and these people can do magic. These people can do magic with their skills of programming. And what you have to do, you have to unleash this magic, and you have to, if you collaborate with them, and if you talk to them in a nice way, there are great things coming out of that. And this is something which is really important. Start to collaborate and start it early. If you have a geek friend, take him out for a date or something, and try to realize your next app in reality. I think also we need a new work process, and because this process where you go in, you show the new ad, and then it runs for 3 months, and you go in again and show the new ad, and it runs for 3 months, doesn't work anymore. We need to be aware of the problems of our clients, search for the real problems they're facing. So can you actually solve that with advertising? This is a real question you have to say. And all advertising agencies always say, yes, you need a TV spot or you need a print ad because we make the money of it. But that's not the solution to the problem. You have to develop then a real solution if you found a problem, and then pick the right people you execute this with. This is also part of the collaboration thing. And the execution is also important, that you do it all together, that everybody has, like on eye level can talk to each other, and not what happens, unfortunately, a lot, that a creative team says, hey, you program this the way I think it is, and something like that. You have to execute it together as a team. And what's very important, it's you have to evaluate that. If you get data, if it works or not, and today in digital you get data on fucking everything, you can see if your ideas works pretty early, and you can see what didn't work, which you can learn from the next time, which is again the thing at the beginning of the CommLab. You have to have room for failure, because all the stuff you do won't work. Some of it will, and you build on that. And the last thing is, and this is very, very important to me, I think you guys, and because you are the hope of this industry, you need to think big, because this is the marketing money that's spent in America in a year. It's like $412 billion is spent on advertising in the US. And this is a number from 2008. This is crazy. This is a crazy amount of responsibility and a crazy amount of possibilities you have in your hands and you can do with your ideas if you don't waste this money on stupid shit. And I really mean this. Don't waste this money. Do something good in the world and create something meaningful. And I think if we do this, I think we get back on track where we used to be in the 60s. We will be partners with our clients. We will be on the eye level, and we help them to actually be run their company a better way if we do these things. So I want to end this talk with a quote from Barack Obama. Change will not come if we wait for some other person, or if we wait for some other time. We are the hope of the future, and I totally believe that, and that's why I love to work with you guys and you students, because you are not uptight with this old system. You are the new system, and you have to do it differently than the old was. So my last thing to you is don't create ads and create meaning, and with that I want to thank you, and thanks for the invitation.